If you're looking for a detailed tutorial on Propstream, look no further because I'll be diving into my computer and showing you how I use Propstream on the regular, and I'll be showing you all the features inside of Propstream that can help generate leads in your business and help generate revenue in your business as well. Let's get into it. All right, so now that we're inside my computer, the very first thing that you're gonna see when you're inside of Propstream is a map of the whole United States. Of course, you have to do your research up front to figure out which market you're gonna go in. And after you do that, you're gonna come inside of Propstream and you're gonna see that you have an MLS tab, pre-foreclosure, auctions, bank-owned, cash buyers, and high equity. So whenever you put in the county or whatever state or city that you're gonna go in, these numbers are going to change. And also, whenever you do create a list that you would like to come back to later on or a couple of months from now, you can also save your searches inside of Propstream and you can automatically click on them and it'll bring back up the save filters that you have. So now, let's say that we're new and we already made a decision on which market that we want to go in. And let's say that we choose Baltimore. The very first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go up to the search bar and we're gonna type in Baltimore. So now you see that these numbers have actually changed. You have 1,000 MLS properties, close to 200 pre-foreclosures, and we also have 445 bank owned. We have 44,000 cash buyers and over 169,000 high equity properties. Now, the next thing we're gonna see is that we have a list down here on the side of different properties, and only thing that is the properties that you see here in the Google Maps inside of Propstream. But we're not going to export this list or anything. It's just showing you what you have in the area. So the next thing you would do, you would go up to your filters, and this is where you make all the necessary changes that you would like to make in order to build your list, in order to find cash buyers, and in order to potentially skip trace inside of Propstream. So I'm just gonna go over the different filters real quick. And let's say, for example, in Baltimore, Maryland, we wanted to create a vacant property list. So you have your search option filters here. Of course, if we're gonna do vacant properties, your owner occupied status will be no, your occupancy status will be vacant, and then you come into property characteristics. You have to check whatever type of properties you want to go after. So if you want to go after vacant land, of course, we already said we're going after vacant properties. We would click vacant land, but of course, in this situation, we would click residential properties. Then we would go over to the properties tab, and then most cash buyers are going to be looking for single family properties, condos and townhomes, and multifamily 2 to 4. You have investors that look for small apartments or properties that are 5+, but in our situation, that's what our cash buyers are going to mainly be going after. And also, you can change the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the building sizes, the lot sizes, the years built, home features, unit number range, number of stories. So it's just a lot that you can do. You can say you want vacant properties that are 2-story properties or whatever story properties that you're going after. It's just great to know that you have that option inside of this software. I'm going to close property characteristic tab and I'm going to go to MLS. You can go after properties that's currently on market. You can have different listing type. You can have for rent or for sale. So if you're looking for landlords that may want to sell, you can go after properties that are listed for rent. It's just so many different options you have. Then you can come down here to MLS status. You can change it to active, pending, contingent, failed, sold, or never listed if you're looking for those type of lists. And so I'm going to close out the MLS status. Now, if you're enjoying the content so far, please just take 1 second, hit the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell. And that's going to help the channel out because YouTube will push it out to a larger audience, and that'll just continue to help the channel to grow. Let's get back into the video. Now, if you're looking to build a vacant list that have pre-foreclosures, which would create another level of motivation, you can go into the pre-foreclosure tab and change the status to auction or default or bank owned or whatever you're trying to do. A notice of default, you can go in and change it to that if you want a 2+ stack type of list. Ownership info is pretty much the same. If you wanted to go after sellers that own properties for a minimum of 5 years, that's going to build you a certain type of list compared to if you go after sellers that have a vacant property that own it for 1 year, that probably is a cash buyer that just recently bought a property. So using these filters are definitely very important. You can use intra-family transfers as well too. You can include it or exclude it. Liens and bankruptcies, that's how you can build your liens list. The equity info, you can come in and change the amount of equity that the property may have. So if you want to go after free and clear properties, you can easily come here and say the estimated equity is a minimum of 100. And you see that change the number a lot. And you also see that you can go up to estimated value and say, hey, I only want to go after properties that are worth $350,000 or less. So you will go up here and change that to 350,000, and that will keep you below the luxury level of properties depending on what area you in. Mortgage info, you can go in and say, hey, I want to go after properties that have 1, 2, 3, 4 mortgages. So it's a lot that you can come into the software and spend time with and build lists that a lot of people may not even be going after because they don't even understand how to build a list. I spent hours just going through the different filters to build all types of lists of sellers that I know that would potentially be motivated to sell. Now, say that you're just getting started and you want a quick list to go ahead and get into your Baltimore market or whatever market that you want to go in, you can easily go up to quick list choice. And these are all list options that you can export and skip trace, which you can skip trace inside of Propstream as well. And you can build your vacant list by clicking vacant inside of the software, or you can go and build your pre-foreclosure list inside of the software, or tax delinquent or divorce. It's just a lot of list options that you have if you don't understand how to properly use the software up front. So I just reset it. And now I want to show you how simple it is to be in a market in under 5 minutes. So basically, let's go up to the quick list choice. And let's say that we want to list a vacant property. Of course, you need to play around with the filters and make sure that everything is selected that you would like to be selected, such as the single family home, condos, multifamily 2 to 4, and residential properties. Of course, that's something that you would want to look at. And then also you may want to go down here to change up the ownership info, and you may say you want that to be 5 years, but they already set the filters to where you can have a vacant property list ready to go. And you can also go down here and just change it to say, hey, in my area, properties that are completely fixed up are selling around 250,000. You can say you want your properties to have an estimated value of 250, like I said before. I'm just doing this for example to show you how quickly you can be in a market by using this Propstream software. So all 2,714 records, you can come here, select them all, and you can add them to a list. You can create a new list, and you can call it your Baltimore, Maryland vacant list, November 2022. I'm not going to save it because I'm not going to waste my data because I'm not going in the Baltimore market. But as you can see, this is a list that you created. So your next step would actually be skip tracing it inside of the software, which you'll be able to do that by just going over to skip tracing. As you can see, you have 12-cent skip tracing. Now, I don't skip trace inside of Propstream. I do export my data, clean it, put it in REI SIF, and then I export the clean data, and then I skip tracing inside of batch skip tracing. But if you just want to get into a market quickly, you can skip trace right inside of Propstream and then start marketing to your data using whatever marketing software that you use. So now, of course, once you start marketing to your data after you skip tracing and everything, you're going to start generating leads. You're going to start generating leads from sellers that say, hey, I want to sell now. I want to sell in 30 days or 90 days. So next thing you need to do while you having the conversation is run comps. Guess what? Inside of this software, you can run comps. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select this property, and I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to put yourself in a position where you can run comps. Now, I don't really know anything about this market, but as you can see, this is a townhome. And what I would normally do, I would just come down here And since we're going into a tricky market now, you definitely will want to tighten up your dates. Let's say that we're just going to go 3 months out whenever we run a comp. And let's say that the square footage is already correct. It's plus or minus 20%. And then we would just go in and change it to 0.25 to start. And of course, we would select residential properties and property types. We want to compare it to townhomes because that is what our subject property is. So I'm not going to go into detail about running comps. I have a video that I will put here that you can check out after this video. But as you can see, you have a list of properties that could be potential comparable properties that you can compare to and come up with your cash offer. Now, the last thing that you can do inside of the software is find cash buyers. And how I find cash buyers, let's say that we are still in the Baltimore, Maryland area. I'm going to reset the filters. And I'm gonna just go here to flippers. We have 150 flippers. And whenever you go into the property tab, you can actually go to MLS details and you can see that this property is currently active, but this will be the current buyer of the property. But if you wanna see who's the realtor that lists the property, you can reach out to the realtor here. I'm gonna blur out the information. But you can reach out to the realtor here. Their phone number and everything would actually be here. And what that will allow you to do is get access to all their cash buyers. Now, whenever I go into a new market, that is the easiest way for me to get my property sold, by clicking the flippers information and go in and export all the real estate agent data. And I reach out to all the real estate agents and I build my cash buyers list based off of that in that particular area. And yeah, the first deal, I will let the real estate agent put their fee on top of my asking price. So of course you got to leave them a little bit more room. But after that, I have access to their buyers that they brought out to the property. And whenever I get the next property under contract, I won't have to worry about them tacking a fee on top, even though there's nothing wrong with that. But it just goes to show you how almost every aspect of your business, you can get it done inside of this software. You can build a list, you can run comps inside of this software, you can skip trace, and you can build a buyer's list, which this software is only $99 per month. It's $97 if you use my link below. And you do get a 7-day free trial. So definitely feel free to check it out for 7 days and see if it will actually fit you and your business. Now, if you're looking for a detailed video on my top list that I pull inside of Propstream, check out my video here, and I'll see you next time.